All right, welcome everybody again here. Good afternoon. We've got the USDA report out today. Came out here at 11 o'clock. Just running through a quick update of the new numbers. The markets are up today after the report. Taking a look at corn here. Here's the new balance sheet from June to July. You know what stands out to us? Obviously, they dropped the beginning stocks or what would be last year's ending stocks down a little bit. But you also have the new acreage numbers in there. The yield was left unchanged. So ending stocks actually came in a little higher and above the analyst estimates in here, as well as world stocks a little bit higher. So those are the two things that kind of stood out to us as really the major changes, but not really a surprise overall, I would say, to the trade. And again, when you take a look at the world stocks, something that's not getting talked about a lot, like Ukraine, has a decent corn production in here. So while everybody's focused on South America's problems, we also have Ukraine on the other side of the world that is currently bidding lower than U.S. prices and is forecasted to have a pretty good sized crop. So you've kind of got that balance in here, but pretty quiet as far as the numbers go, here on corn. So that, we've been showing this chart a lot. Like I said, the trade was up as I come in here to record. However, we really got to consider, are we going to break out of this this range here between 5 and 6, 6.25, 6.50, and at this time we just don't think so. We would encourage guys to use this recovery bounce to get some more fences in place, get some downside protection in here as we head into the back half of summer. As far as beans, major changes stood out to us: higher world stocks. Otherwise, everything else was left unchanged. We brought in the acreage number, which was unchanged in here. So pretty quiet day for the bean market. Again, though, beans are up, and I think a lot of that has more to do with the weather. You had canola futures trading higher, some missed rains here in the Canadian prairies, and continued dryness in the northern plains is kind of helping this bean market along. But again, if we sit here and we look at this chart, beans are struggling to get back to that $14 level quite yet here this afternoon. I think they peaked out about $13.54 for new crop beans. So I would say that $13.80 to $14 probably the next upside target. There's still quite a bit of weather market available for the beans. So, we'll see what happens. But that world stocks number coming up certainly isn't, overly bullish though either. So again, trade seems to continue to be more range bound than anything. Wheat was really the big surprise in here, and the numbers that were really impacted were spring wheat, ending stocks lower, yield was way down, and then of course world stocks came in a little bit lower too. But spring wheat was really the storyline, and a lot of those numbers came in well below what a lot of analysts had estimated. We've talked to producers in North Dakota, northern Minnesota. We kind of understand the production issues that are going out there. And as you can see, ending stocks were basically cut in half on spring wheat from last year compared to this year going forward. So, there's no doubt in our mind that the production's bad. What's interesting, though, is that we haven't quite pushed above that 850 level yet. Even in today's trade, I would almost assume or kind of would have expected to see a push through 850 here right after that report, but it just hasn't happened yet. That's not to say that it won't. Everybody's going to be focused now on a $9 to $10 spring wheat trade. And, we don't really feel that that's unreasonable considering the ending stocks numbers and the production loss that's going to be out there. But on the other hand, you still have to consider decent winter wheat crops and things of that nature as well. So when you look over to the world stocks, that had a drop of, about 5 million metric tons, which comes out to about 184 million bushels. Seems like that might be just a little bit overdone when you consider where the world prices are at. Russia, for example, is well off at the summer highs as far as their export prices go on the global market. So, we're kind of wondering if that number got overdone a little bit in here. But otherwise, it was definitely a bullish report for wheat, led by spring wheat in here. So again, here's that spring wheat chart. Bulls and everybody's really looking for this trade to get above 850. Probably drag the winter wheats with it, but I don't know how long or how much that will last. I think spring wheat can if it's going to move, it's definitely going to move a lot farther on its own. So kind of final thoughts in here. On the surface, okay, when you look at the numbers, the report was really bearish to neutral corn and beans, but certainly bullish again on the wheat side of things. Now, of course, the trade is up today, and again, I think that's a lot more to do with weather markets as you consider the northern plains The big story right now is canola areas being dry in Canada as well, and they obviously have spring wheat acres in in Canada. So you're seeing that kind of raise rising tide lifting all boats in here and bringing these markets higher. So we'll kind of see what happens as we head through the rest of the week, what kind of, weather develops. We like to look at those QPF maps, and there is some strong systems and forecasts for good weather here, especially when you look at northern Iowa, southwest and southern Minnesota. Again, is it enough to help everything get back to perfect? Probably not. But when you're talking a couple inches of rain over the next 7 days, that's certainly helpful, and the market's going to take notice of that. So again, all in all, I would say it's appearing to be a continuation of a range-bound trade in here. We need to watch world markets. It was getting to be about this time last year, right around end of July, early August, when markets started to rally as the U.S. continued to be cheapest on the world market. Currently, that is not the case. We are most expensive, but we will be watching to see where we come out for new crop here as we move forward as well. So something to continue to kind of balance. But again, price protection is still warranted on these moves. It's going to be volatile as we head through the back half of summer into fall. So if you have questions on any of that, please, feel free to give us a call. You can shoot us an email. That'll be linked in the bio below. The email is admin@prime-ag.net. Please if you found this video helpful, if you found all these videos helpful, please give them a like and subscribe to our channel. It helps us out and know that this information is getting out to you guys. So we appreciate you tuning in, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with us. Thanks.